do you see as the top emerging trends in technology innovation among financial institutions this year, especially as an aftermath of pandemic?
Specifically, something that's been growing over the last years, which we've seen, but has obviously boomed exponentially since COVID-19, and that is digital payments. With everyone moving to contactless payments, behind which normally sits a credit card or a debit card or a mobile wallet, those volumes have increased significantly. And so a lot of banks and service providers are struggling to manage those volumes. Plus, there is a lot of cost associated with them. Typically something where financial institutions talk about revenue leakage. That's mainly because the controls around them in many organizations still have to be developed further. In a lot of countries we see there's also a certain amount of regulatory pressure around managing disputes within a certain time frame. There's a lot of intransparency around the billing, and so these are all areas that we've been working for a long time on, but we've now seen suddenly a really big uptake in interest.
Making cross-border payments real-time, transparent, and more secure. So what are you seeing as the biggest challenges here?
Now that is undergoing a fundamental change with, first of all, the move to things like ISO 20022, which COVID has delayed. As we see that both SWIFT and the ECB, as an example, have delayed their transition projects. But going hand in hand with that is the instant payments area, where cross-border payments or local payments are moving to instant payment systems. And there it's very interesting because I think that makes a fundamental change in the mindset. This is literally like taking the suspension out of a car. Up until now, with cross-border payments, they typically took 2 to 3 days. If there was a problem, with AML or KYC or things like that, they'd probably have another 2-3 days to fix it. Yeah, and everyone was still happy. If I look at it today, with the advent of instant payments, customers are getting used to payments being done in 1, 2, 15 minutes. Now, how do you explain to him it takes 6 days to solve the problem? SWIFT, GPI, well, that's a story for itself, but that is laying the fundamentals for better exception management, for faster turnaround of payments. But it also brings in this added complication that all of these systems are changing their messaging formats at different rates, right? And they still need to be at one point consolidated.